Your 20s are a critical period for developing financial habits that will determine your economic well-being for the rest of your life. Young people often make typical mistakes that can lead to serious financial problems in the future. Understanding these mistakes and how to avoid them will help lay a solid foundation for financial independence. One of the most fundamental mistakes is completely ignoring budgeting. Young people often rely on the idea that they'll figure it out without keeping track of their income and expenses. This approach is fraught with impulsive spending and a constant feeling that money is disappearing into thin air. Consequences: uncontrolled spending, inability to save money, financial stress at the end of the month. Solution: start keeping a monthly budget according to the FI rule: 50% for mandatory expenses, 30% for entertainment, and 20% for savings. Today's youth are active consumers of goods and services. Aggressive advertising, marketing gimmicks, and the promotion of the good life on social media encourage young people to spend more than they earn. Main manifestations: purchasing branded items for status, frequent visits to restaurants and cafes, purchasing the latest gadgets. Statistics: according to American data, more than 65% of young consumers live from paycheck to paycheck. The situation is similar in Russia, where 42% of young people are willing to spend money on branded goods. Credit cards pose a particular danger to the financial health of young people. Studies show that more than 15% of young borrowers reach their credit card limits, compared to 5% among the older generation. Typical mistakes with credit cards: incorrect calculation of the grace period, paying only the minimum payments, exceeding the credit limit, using credit for everyday purchases. Consequences: the average credit card debt among millennials exceeds $16,000, with an average interest rate of about 21%. Less than half of Americans have an emergency fund, and among those who do, a quarter have saved less than $5,000. Young people are particularly vulnerable in this regard because they do not realize the importance of a financial reserve. Expert recommendations: initial goal: $500 for emergencies. The optimal amount is 3 to 6 months of mandatory expenses. Set aside at least $20 from each paycheck. Many young people consider themselves too young to invest. This is a critical mistake, as time is the most valuable asset in investing due to the effect of compound interest. Interest is accrued not only on the initial amount, but also on the interest already accumulated. The mathematics of missed opportunities. By starting to invest at age 20, you can accumulate an additional $1 million for retirement. Every year of delay significantly reduces the total amount of savings. Young people are particularly prone to impulsive spending. This is due to the psychological characteristics of their age and the active influence of marketing through social networks. Risk factors: emotional purchases to lift your mood, peer pressure, the availability of one-click online shopping. Students and young workers often underestimate the impact of small daily expenses. Coffee, snacks, service subscriptions. All of these can add up to a significant amount per month. Examples of invisible expenses: daily coffee, up to $150 per month. Multiple streaming service subscriptions. Food delivery fees. Research shows a close link between young people's personality traits and their financial behavior. A positive correlation has been found between optimism, risk-taking, and illegitimate financial activities. A significant portion of the population lacks basic financial knowledge, especially in the areas of budgeting, saving, and investing. Only a small percentage of the population is aware of their opportunities in the financial market. The development of digital financial services creates both new opportunities and additional risks for young people. The ease of obtaining loans through mobile applications can lead to ill-considered borrowing. According to the latest data, financial stress in America has reached historic highs. 90% of Americans experience stress over money, and 40% of workers live from paycheck to paycheck. Practical recommendations for avoiding mistakes: make a budget and stick to it. Track all income and expenses. Use mobile apps to keep track of your finances. Review your budget regularly. Create a financial safety net. Start small. Set aside 10 to 20% of your income. The goal is to save enough for 3 to 6 months of potential expenses. Keep your reserve in a separate high-yield account. Start investing as early as possible. Even small amounts will grow significantly over time. Learn the basics of investing before you start. Consider automatic investment plans. Avoid consumer debt. Only use credit cards if you can pay them off in full. Do not take out loans for luxury items. Always read the terms and conditions of credit agreements. The following will be useful for developing financial skills: online courses on financial literacy, books and articles on personal finance, communicating with financially literate people. Practical steps: regularly analyze your financial goals, track your savings progress, continuously learn about new financial instruments. Financial mistakes in your 20s can have long-term consequences, but they can be avoided with the right approach. The key to financial success is forming good habits early on: budgeting, saving, using credit wisely, and starting to invest. Remember that financial literacy is not just about knowledge, but also about good habits that need to be developed from a young age. Start small, but start today. Your future financial well-being depends on the decisions you make right now.